Hello, Papa Jalen's Excel here. So today I'm going to teach you VLOOKUP. Okay, VLOOKUP is actually very commonly used. Definitely we always use most of the time. Okay, and as a subtopic, right, I'll also teach about flash field, if error, and if NA. Okay, so because when we use VLOOKUP, right, we will sometimes we encounter errors and things that are not applicable to us. Okay, but we will only use if error. If NA is just a side topic. Okay, I'll teach you later. Later we will see more. Okay, and okay, without further ado, let's begin. So in the previous video, we have this table over here. Okay, so let me just adjust my video a little bit. Okay, so we have this list of Man United players over here with the appearances, start appearances, subs appearances, total appearances, and goals. Okay, so what we want to achieve here is, so you have this table, right? You have this table, and somebody gives you this table over here to fill in, and you have to return. You have to send this. You have to send an email back to the sender for this table. Okay, so you want to fill this table up. Okay, you don't want to give the whole list of table, because to them maybe this is not important and these three columns are not important. Okay, so what we want to achieve here is to do a VLOOKUP to look up the values over here and to fill in this table over here. Okay, so firstly, let's do probably we do a name range first. Okay, right, and let's delete this column, this row, sorry. Let's delete this row, and yeah, let's delete this row as well. Okay. Okay, so let's do a name range that will make it easier for us. So we select the whole table. Okay, okay, so let's eliminate this table as well. So let's delete this table, sorry, this column. Okay, and then we select the whole table, and we give ourselves a name. Okay, so we just type Man United players. Okay, Man United players. Okay, that's all. Now we go back to this table, and then we start to fill up. Okay, so before we begin, let's say we want to split the name into first name and last name. So I've taught you two methods. One is using formula, and one is using text to column. Okay, so as we can see over here, splitting names up. Okay, so I've taught you using the formula and also text to columns. Okay. Okay, so this is a shortcut to go to all the way on the right. Okay, now we shall use another method called the flash fill. Okay, so what I mean is Excel is actually quite smart. So you just have to fill in the first name. Okay, and then you press Ctrl E. It will auto populate. Okay, again, let's do it again. Ctrl E, auto populate. It's very smart. Okay, and then you type the last name. Okay, you can type Ctrl E. If you don't want to use shortcut, you can go to data tab and click on this flash fill. Okay, you auto populate. So it's very easy, but just take note that you have to do this every time you have a new entry. Okay, but if the table is small, you can just do this, no problem. Okay, so let's try to fill out this table. Okay, how do we do this? Okay, so we do a VLOOKUP, right? When you do a VLOOKUP, okay, let's go to the function arguments. So the first one is the lookup value. Okay, what do you want to look up? You want to look up the name, right? You look up the name. You want to refer it to a table. You want to refer it to a table for the name. Okay, and you want to tell Excel what the column number and the range. This is a true or false value. So if you type false, you need to type an exact match. Okay, it's not case sensitive. Usually I will be looking for exact match. If you type true, you will find the nearest match. But usually we don't want to find the nearest match unless you are doing it such a way that you want to find the nearest match. Okay, so lookup value. Okay, I prefer to type it. Okay, so looked up value, you want to look up the name over here. This you want the name, you want to find Ryan Gift, right? Okay, the table array, we have we did a name range just now for the table. Okay, the table is called Man United players. Okay, so we already have this name range over here. So you just type Man United, it will come out, and then you click, you press tab. Okay, so now, so it's very intuitive. So this table is our Man United players, right? Okay, so then what is the column number? Okay, so this is how we count the column number, right? So this is the first column. Column A is the first column that you want to find the name, and then you want it to fetch the data from column E, right? So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the fifth column. Okay, so this is how we do it. So we find the fifth column. So we type 5, right? And then we want the exact match. Okay, doesn't matter if it's not case sensitive, it will still get the value. Okay, so it's 802. Okay, then what about sub? Sub is, so these are all in order. Sub, total, goals. Okay, so you'll be column 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you just have to copy the formula. Let's put a relative absolute reference over here. Okay, absolute reference, you type a $sign in front of the A, but you don't type a $sign in front of 7, because we are just fixing the column and not fixing the row. Okay, so now what you can do is you copy this to all the cells. It will give you the same number because the column number is the same, it's 5, but for sub it's 6, right? Sub is 6. Okay, and for total is 7, and for goals is 8. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, now we want to fill up this whole table. Okay, so what do? Okay, we can double click this, right? We can double click this. Oh, there's an NA over here. We'll settle it. Okay, we'll double click this, and you can also drag this down. But my favorite method is scroll all the way down and then Control D. Okay. Then another method is you can just copy, just Control C, go all the way down, and then right click, paste formula. The shortcut is F. Okay, so there you have it. That you have all the data over here. Yeah, or you just want to fill this up. Okay. So I told you in the previous video that if you copy this whole thing right over here, okay, you will paste everything, including the font color and also the cell color. Okay, but if you want to avoid this, okay, just scroll the way down and right click and F. So paste form. Okay, so there you have it. Right? Yes. Where's the century goes? Oh, something is wrong over here. So what is the century goes? Okay, let's ignore this column first. Let me fix it. Okay, column G. So this is not true, but let's see what happened with century goes 100. Okay, let's come back to this data. So we just ignore this first. This is not the main point. Okay, so now we want to fix this. Okay, so the hurricane is not in the Man United list, right? So we don't want to send this back and with all these errors that says ethnic. We want to give a more we want to give a proper way of defining or filling up the cells, right? So what we can do is we can use if error. Okay, so if error, right? So if error means that if it encounters error in the cell, okay, we'll give it a value. So we can use if error. Okay, so for illustration purposes, I'll just type over here. Okay, I'll not type in cell. Okay, so if it's a value, what do we want to type? Okay, we want to type not a Man United player. Okay, we want to type something like this. It makes more sense, right? Then we can copy all the cells. Okay, not Man United player. Okay, so you can also use if and a. So this is if error, right? If error. We also can use if and a. Okay, it's the same thing. If and a, right? Not and united. Okay. Yep. We also can use this. Okay. And yeah, that's it for this table over here. But just take note that the difference between error and NA, there's a subtle difference. So in this case, you can use both, okay? But in some cases, you cannot use, okay? You cannot use, in all cases, you can use if error, but in some cases, you cannot use if and A. So what do I mean? So for example, okay, I'll give you this example that we cannot find. Okay, if you see a error value, okay, for example, you want to find, yeah, so we are using the find function over here, find function, okay, because find function is case sensitive, right? So let's say you want to find, okay, you want to find Harry, but it's in a, you accidentally type lowercase, okay, so it returns a value, right? So this is lowercase, right? Now we find the uppercase. Now we find the uppercase, Harry, right? So it will give you a value 1 because it returns, because on the first instance, first character, it found the string Harry. Okay, so this is case sensitive. This is with uppercase, okay, uppercase H and lowercase h. Okay. So over here, this is an error, right? Okay. So if you use equals to error, okay. Value if error, it says no error. It says we just type yes, error. Okay. Yes. That error. Okay. Okay, so it shows error. But if you use if and A, right? Okay, it will give you 1. It will give you 1 because sorry. If you use if error over here, it will give you it will return you error. But if you use if and A, okay, and we do the same thing, okay, it will give you back an error because this is an error, but this is not an A. Okay, so just take note of this. It's something that you find useful. Okay, so but my advice is just use if error. That will be the best. Okay, so that's it for VLOOKUP and some insights on flash fill, if error, and if and A. Hope you find this useful. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, okay, to the channel if you think that this is useful, and I'll do more videos for you. Okay, thank you. Baba Jaden's Excel here. Thank you and see you. Bye.